So greetings to all of you. Welcome to yet another session of Vishleshan presented by me, Ishan Arora. So today we are going to study the topic remote voting machine for migrants, or you can also say that the right to vote for migrants is into consideration here. Now when you look at this, migrants are those people who have gone outside their place of birth to work. Okay. Now these people are not able to vote. So this is going to be the main area of discussion in this lecture. So before we dive into the discussion, I will firstly tell you what is the flow. Now, what is the need for introducing this multi-constituency remote electronic voting machine? So firstly, when we talk about giving somebody a benefit, और जब हम बात करते हैं किसी को एक स्पेशल प्रोविजन देना है या हम एक एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट करने वाले हैं, तो सबसे पहले तो ये जानना ज़रूरी है कि इसकी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है. इज इट इवन रिक्वायर्ड, व्हाट इज द नीड, व्हाट विल हैपन इफ वी डू नॉट गिव दिस थिंग. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट विल बी द चैलेंजेस विच आर फेस्ड बाय माइग्रेंट वोटर्स. बेसिकली जो अपना घर छोड़ के दूसरी जगह काम करने जाते हैं, अपनी फैमिली के साथ नहीं रह पाते. सी देयर इज एन एलियनेशन. मार्क्स का एक कॉन्सेप्ट जो था कि एलियनेशन, दोज हु आर फ्रॉम पॉल साइंस कैन बेनिफिट. अगर एलियनेशन का एक कॉन्सेप्ट देखते हैं कि मतलब अपने आप से दूर होते जाना. दे से दैट दिस इन दिस बिजी वर्ल्ड, कैपिटलिस्टिक वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर, हम पैसे के पीछे इतना भाग रहे हैं कि हम खुद से दूर होते जा रहे हैं. सो वी आर एलियनेटेड फ्रॉम आवर सेल्फ. जो भी पर्सन माइग्रेंट होता है एंड ही हैज टू लिव अलोन, ही और शी हैज टू लिव अलोन, दे आर एलियनेटेड. फर्स्ट दे आर एलियनेटेड फ्रॉम देयर फैमिली, क्योंकि योर फैमिली इज लिविंग इन योर होम टाउन एंड यू आर वर्किंग समवेयर एल्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम फ्रॉम कश्मीर एंड आई एम वर्किंग इन कन्याकुमारी. तो माई फैमिली इज बैक देयर. I am alienated from them, means far away from them. Then when the voting comes, then I am not able to go back home. I have to go and vote in Jammu Kashmir. But I am sitting in Kanyakumari. I am not a very rich person. अगर मैं अमीर होता तो मैं इतनी दूर काम करने क्यों जाता? Who would leave their home to go and work far off when he has everything at home? नहीं ना? So only poor people or not those people who have a lot of money, who are unable to survive in their home conditions, move out. So I probably may not be able to afford कि मैं पैसे भर के टिकट करवाऊँ and specially go back to my home and come back, which will take 4 to 5 days. And उस टाइम पैसे कौन कमाएगा? How will I get my income at that time? So I am alienated from the family and I am also alienated from the state. State here basically means the nation. This will also mean the constitution. The feeling of nationalism will decline, or my responsibility or my participation in the affairs of the state is not there. So I am not a good citizen. When I have no link with my family, when I have no link with my state, so I will also with time feel that I am not even connected to myself. What am I doing? So this is not only a issue of giving the right to vote. This is, we will also talk the normative reasons, which I have already discussed right now. Normative means what is the idea behind this? Okay, what are the values? What values are guiding this? So these are general ethical things, but we will also talk about political values behind this. Political, by political I mean constitutional values. Okay. Now what will be the benefit if this is given? Challenges or issues of introducing this particular. Then what is the way forward? How should we proceed? देखो, जो हमने challenges या issues बताए हैं, तो it will be our duty to tell कि हाँ, how to overcome these things या what should be the way ahead. So now firstly I will give you some data. See, according to the 2011 census, there are 45.36 crore migrant workers. this is roughly 37% of population. So what does this mean? That there is a huge number of people who are not living in their houses. So every fourth person is outside his home territory to work. Okay? And this number is 45.36 crores in 2011. Now even if this percentage remains 37 only, and our population is maybe now 140 crores, sorry. So this number must have increased by any means. Even if there is a reduction in the percentage, because the population has increased so much, you are at least looking at a minimum 50 crore people who are not in their hometowns. Now what is the problem in this? Now Election Commission of India says that we have this principle, no voter left behind. So when we make such tall claims that India is a temple of democracy, we celebrate the festival of democracy. Elections are the biggest festivals of democracy, and the biggest elections take place in India. How can you claim that this is true if this is the number, if 50 crore people are not able to vote? And 50 crores, in many countries the population is only 2 crores, 3 crores. 50 crore is a huge number. Okay? So if so many people are not able to vote, then and one research has shown, research is saying that only 1 out of 5 migrant workers vote. So basically this number is only 20%, but right to vote was for everyone. Okay, the constitution is saying, what is the constitution saying? The constitution is saying one person, one vote. So what do you mean by this? Are you denying all the other people the right to vote? How can you do this? See, though they are not denying it, but the effect is such, it is happening. Now what is the outcome? Now the outcome of this problem which I have shown to you, what is this outcome? The outcome is this, and you are given franchisee, basically the right to vote. So the opposite of that is disenfranchisement. Okay, de facto disenfranchisement. De facto means in factual terms these many people are not able to vote when it has been guaranteed to you constitutionally. So now you can say that we have not stopped them from voting, but the fact is they are not given enough opportunity. Okay? What is the reason? They are poor, poverty. Okay? One is that they are poor. Second is that they cannot, mostly it is about the logistics, travel opportunities are not there. Travel in the sense that they cannot go to their home places. These facilities are not there. Basically they do not have money. Second thing is a major number of these people are going to be less educated. देखो इनके पास पैसा नहीं है. They have less education. You can say uneducated, मतलब less educated than those who are fortunate. ठीक है, इनका एक कॉमन जो एक फैक्टर होगा माइग्रेंट वर्कर्स का, जो कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट्स पे आप मजदूर देखते हैं, लेबरर्स, कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्कर्स, यू सी they are poor. Definitely you can look at them and tell, not as rich as the person जिसका वो घर बना रहे हैं, उतने अमीर तो नहीं हो सकते वो. They are uneducated if you compare it. ठीक है, plus you will also notice that they are either from the Adivasi section or the Dalit or the backward sections of the society. Now this kind of people, though they are not denied the right to vote, what is actually happening? They are not able to give vote. This situation is known as citizenship deficit. Now what does this mean? So actually who is voting? Who is voting? अगर गरीब आदमी वोट नहीं कर पा रहा तो कौन वोट कर रहा है? अमीर, बेसिकली रिच इज वोटिंग. ठीक है. इफ यू आर नॉट गिविंग द poor the right to vote, who is voting? Then the rich person is voting. Uneducated is not able to vote, then who is voting? Educated. And Adivasi and Dalit are not able to vote, who is voting? It means those who are privileged sections. So basically जो भी चीजें, जिन चीजों को फाइट करने के लिए डेमोक्रेसी आई थी, दैट रिच एंड पुअर आर इक्वल, एजुकेटेड हो या नहीं हो, यू विल बी गिवन द राइट टू वोट. आप किसी भी कास्ट कम्युनिटी से बिलोंग करते हैं, यू विल बी गिवन द राइट टू वोट. इन इफेक्ट तो वो नहीं हो रहा ना. वोट करने तो सिर्फ अमीर या बेसिकली यू कैन से टैक्स पेइंग पीपल, दोज हु आर एजुकेटेड, बिकॉज उन्होंने पढ़ाई करी, दे गॉट अ जॉब इन देयर एरिया, या फिर they had the facilities, they are privileged and they are able to vote. So what is democracy? Is it a rule of the rich? क्या सिर्फ rich को या influential को right to vote होता है? नहीं. Everybody has the right to vote. I told you, one person one vote and all vote will have equal value. ठीक है. So behind this, these are all the problems. Now to overcome this issue, so this was also taken up in the courts. सारा डिस्कशन तो होता ही रहता है इन चीज़ों पे. So the Supreme Court also said to the Election Commission कि please take up some steps. So the Electronics Corporation of India made this multi-constituency remote voting machine. Basically जहाँ पे माइग्रेंट काम करता है, द प्लेस वेयर द माइग्रेंट इज वर्किंग, वी विल पुट दिस मशीन देयर. सो दिस इज व्हाट सॉल्यूशन दे हैव गिवन. अब ऐसा हो क्यों नहीं पाता है? इसको करने में व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स? वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट अ स्पेशल थिंग हियर, पॉलिटिकल विल. सी, पॉलिटिशियंस विल ब्रिंग अप दोज इश्यूज व्हिच ब्रिंग देम वोट. राइट नाउ migrant worker is not able to vote, so definitely they are not going to look into his or her interests. Son of the soil एक issue होता है. Son of soil. Son of the soil means that if I am born in a particular place, for example I am born in Delhi, so I will say that those who are born and brought up, जिनका परिवार यहाँ पे पहले से रह रहा है, for example those who are settled from 40-50 years, they will have the first right over the resources of Delhi. यहाँ पे जो जॉब्स हैं, लोकल जॉब्स हैं, कॉलेजेस हैं, उनमें रिजर्वेशन टू ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ डोमिसाइल. दिस इज सन ऑफ द सॉइल पॉलिसी. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल यू विल हैव हर्ड ऑफ मराठा रिजर्वेशन इन महाराष्ट्र. ठीक है, दैट इज सन ऑफ द सॉइल. नाउ दिस इशू हैज गॉन डाउन. जब ये इलेक्शन का मुद्दा ही नहीं है आजकल, तो व्हाई विल पॉलिटिशियंस आस्क फॉर दिस? दे विल नॉट से ना कि गिव द राइट टू द माइग्रेंट वोटर्स. Now another problem in this is, if politicians start saying that please give migrant voters the right to vote, then those who are already living there, domestic voter, or you can say home constituency voter, home constituency voter means those who are actually going to vote. If I am fighting an election and I have to face the home constituency people and I am saying them कि I will bring those people back, so they will also feel threatened. No, we are enjoying our lives here, why do we want to share our resources with others? The basic lashback from the people will be कि आप उन्हीं के लिए काम करो, फिर you go and vote for them, you go and work for them, we will vote for the next candidate, for the other candidate. So because of both these reasons there is a lack of political will. ठीक है, there is no will in the politicians कि we look in the upliftment of migrant voter. सो नाउ हमें प्रॉब्लम तो समझ आ गया. ओके, वी हैव अंडरस्टूड व्हाट द प्रॉब्लम इज, बट वी हैव टू see that this remote voting machine, multi constituency remote voting machine made by electronics corporation, what will be the benefits? Now basically हमने एक term use करा था disenfranchisement. Benefits first will be that it will stop disenfranchisement. Yeah, you can say it will bring enfranchisement. बेसिकली द राइट टू वोट विल बी अभेल्ड, सबसे पहला तो वही है. देन वाइब्रेंट पार्टिसिपेटरी डेमोक्रेसी विल बी देयर. ठीक है, दिस इज द सेकेंड बेनिफिट. डेमोक्रेसी इज द फर्स्ट प्रोसीजर इन डेमोक्रेसी इज इलेक्शन. राइट टू वोट विल बी एनहांस्ड. तो and also it will uphold the constitutional values, you can say basic structure, promises made by our founding fathers of the nation, that one person one vote. And one value. So this will be upheld by the principle. Now there are some challenges which are going to be there. So there are some challenges. Challenge number one will be, how will you define who is a migrant? This is, I am saying this because Ministry of Labour and Employment and NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization, and NSSO both have different definition for migrants. Also, when you are taking it practically, for example, if I have left my house just 15 days before, so will I be considered a migrant or not? So this time definition, space definition, then different definitions in government offices, this also will have to be taken into consideration. So this is the first major problem. How will we define it? And if it is not properly defined, there is always a case of misuse. Okay, so probably I am voting at two places. So all of these things need to be checked. Now next problem is that is it going to be secure? This is going to be the major question, because recently or in the past few years, the election commission has been come into question by a lot of political parties. They are saying that the EVM is rigged. Now you are giving a remote EVM. Okay, the votes are going to be for some place else. For example, there is a election in Delhi, but I am sitting in Karnataka, Bangalore. Now voting machine is there. How will people believe that there is no internet connection, it cannot be hacked? This problem will be the next biggest challenge. Third problem is that many times it is seen that migration is seasonal. It is not a permanent phenomena. For example, those who have farms or those who are agriculturalists, they will come in the city for some months. The Rabi ke jab basically when they have to plant the crop, they will come back. When they have to reap the crops, they will come back to their home. So half of the time they are at home, or 3 months in the year. So what is going to be the, how are you going to plan the things out? ये actually ground पे आप इसको कैसे implement करोगे? This is going to be very challenging. Another major challenge which we can see here is that is it is going to benefit the big party. National parties will benefit. National party के लेवल पे we can say big party will benefit. जो पार्टी बड़ा होगा, जिसका organizational strength ज़्यादा होगा, reach ज़्यादा होगा, that is going to benefit. On an individual level, we can say a candidate who has more money, basically this will benefit the rich candidate. For example, I am decide to fight the election. मैं अपने कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी के लोगों तक पहुंचने के लिए ही बड़ी मुश्किल से पैसे जुटा पाया हूँ। व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज दैट विद ग्रेट डिफिकल्टी आई हैव मैनेज्ड टू take some money, collect some money, funds, and these are just sufficient to cater to the people in my home constituency. Now, how will I go and cater to those who are in the other constituency? I am in Delhi. Now, I have to go and do this campaigning in Bangalore also. How will I do that? I don't have the money. So, if I am backed by BJP, Congress, or one big party, probably I will have ease, they will sponsor me. So this is going to be more beneficial, more opportunistic for the bigger parties in this sense. But on the whole, so what is going to be the way forward? See, this is a great initiative because we no voter should be left behind. The Election Commission in its goal has already stated. We must keep these challenges in mind and try to overcome them. इट इज नॉट कि हम एक कॉमन डेफिनेशन नहीं बना सकते सिक्योर के लिए. इन टर्म्स ऑफ सिक्योरिटी वी विल हैव टू वर्क एट 2 levels. One is that the ECI will have to do a lot of advertisements that we are fair. See, Election Commission is a very excellent body. It is also conducting elections in Egypt. They are training people how to run their elections. So I think this is mostly a political vendetta which is carried out, but political parties should also try to tame their way, because you cannot question constitutional bodies again and again. And also ECI also has this responsibility to bring trust and confidence in the people. Then also technological intervention needs to be there. Now seasonal bhi hai, so we will have to work out some ways that a person can vote only at one instance, and some incentive or subsidy or something monetary benefit should be given to a candidate, or you can give them free time on the Bangalore radio. For example, I am an independent candidate, I don't have money to go there, so the government can step in by giving me some time on the city radio, or they can organize virtual events, so a common platform can be made. So all of these issues can be overcome, and this is something which must be done so that we can enjoy, these people who have been left behind can enjoy democracy in the true sense. So with this we have completed the analysis. Now these are the notes for the lecture which I have been teaching you, and these are available in our magazine Politico Analysis. Okay, so this is the page of our website. Okay, so in this page you can see that this can be downloaded from the free resources section on momentumias.com. Okay. Politico Analysis monthly magazine is available. You will see this magazine there, and this content which I have been teaching in this video is going to be available for free to download. See, this data is given here: 45.36 crore, 37%. Then statements given by Rajiv Kumar: remote voting will be transformational initiative for strengthening participation in electoral democracy. Now more data is there. So basically some information which is beyond this, if you are interested, you can please download this. And with this we end today's lecture. Thank you so much.